Noah Lyles 200-meter dash. So for the men's 200, Noah Lyles ends up winning, running a time of 19.67. He beats Erriyon Knighton with a time of 19.69, and then Fred Curley, who made his second team in the 200 with a time of 19.83. And then as a note, since Noah Lyles already has a bye, the fourth place performer, which was Kenny Bednarik, who ran a 19.87, he will be going to the team as well. So your team will be Lyles, Knighton, Curley, Bednarik. Josephus Lyles just misses out on the team. He ran a 19.93, which is a PR for him. That would have been awesome to see the Lyles brothers competing together at the world stage, but just missed out barely on that. So Noah Lyles, the reason that this was such a great performance, one, the time was really good. 19.67 was awesome, but it was the way that he won and then what happened after, which was why this was one of my favorite moments from the meet.
I do what it takes to win. Erriyon got the best of me on the turn. I saw him reach his top speed, and I said, mine is faster. I said, I'm gonna catch him, and that's what I did.
Erriyon, your rise has been pretty incredible. What do you learn from this moment? You will be coming back here for the Worlds, and a pretty fast time you already ran as well.
Just come back and win. Job not finished. It's never finished. It ain't finished.
So if you watch the race, Erriyon Knighton is leading the pack for the first 115 meters. They have the splits here, and so through 100 meters, Erriyon Knighton came through 100 meters in a 10.31, and Noah Lyles came through in a 10.44. So Noah Lyles was in fourth place at the time, and Erriyon Knighton was in first place at the time. Through 150 meters, Erriyon Knighton was at a 14.86. So through 150 meters, Erriyon Knighton, 14.86. Noah Lyles was at a 14.98, who was in third place at the time. And so within 50 meters, this guy made up two different places and made up, what is that? Nearly 0.12 seconds, which is like, oh, that's 0.12. 0.12 is a lot because he makes that up and then makes up 2 extra points. So he makes up 0.14 within 50 meters. So in a 50 meter, area, he goes from third to first and makes up that ground of probably about half a meter. So that was an amazing comeback. And what we saw at the end of the race, we saw Noah Lyles, giving a little point over to Erriyon Knighton. He said in a tweet that it wasn't to Erriyon Knighton, it was to all the haters. That was a cold move. That was a cold move. Just the entire race was. Though it was just a really cold and really cool interaction to see these two athletes performing at their top of the line, going at each other and creating this little rivalry. They train together, they're training partners, they know who each other are. And so to see this kind of, the old guard, the new guard, even though Noah Lyles isn't old, he's still 24 years old, but you got this high school kid versus this, 24-year-old who's in the peak of his career right now, going at it. And that was a really cool interaction. Did the same thing in some other post-race interviews.
They just think that I'm gonna lose because somebody else is running fast. They think I'm gonna fold out here because I got a 19.4 in the race. You gotta run 19.4 every day. I'm coming out here to race the person, not the time. Just like I wasn't 19.50 today, but he wasn't 19.4 today. Fred wasn't 19.7, but we can all do it. But you gotta remember that you gotta come out here and you gotta race on that day. And I'm a competitor, I'm gonna come do it. And to be honest, there was a few too many people that I saw out there who was just dropping out because they had to buy. I had 500 people come up to me, you gonna race the next round? You gonna race the next round? Why would I not? This is my championship. I'm just not gonna let it go. I fight for that thing. I worked hard for that to get it the first year, the second year, the third year. Is this the fourth year? I'm just working on my counting, I'm not that good at math.
That was a really good interaction. So this is setting up a really fun time to see what's going to happen at the World Championships, because now there's some stuff on the line. It's not just who's going to be the 200-meter champion. It's, okay, who's going to get their revenge? Noah Lyles? Is Noah Lyles going to reestablish why he's the best 200-meter runner in the United States? Or is Erriyon Knighton going to come back and say, yeah, you got me when it happened at USA's. You were the better man at USA's. but I'm still the fastest man in the world this year when it comes to the 200. Is he going to be able to do that? And so this is setting up a really good storyline that hopefully we capitalize on over the next 3 weeks going into that 200 meter championship at the Worlds. And so I'm looking forward to that. Or could we even see somebody else sneak by and end up getting the win there? I mean, obviously Fred Curley, he's coming off of those 100 meter performances. He had 2 sub-20 performances here, gets top 3. How are we going to see him execute when it comes to the 200 meter as well? So overall, fantastic competition when it came to USA's. Just going over the top 5 favorite performances for me. Obviously, there are many other great performances and storylines that we could go over, but we want to make sure we keep it short and sweet, let you know what are some of the things that I liked. What were some of the stories you enjoyed? Your favorite meets, your favorite storylines, favorite competitions, all of that. Also, if you're looking for conversations on Sha'Carri Richardson, so if you wanted to hear my take on her not qualifying for the 100 and the 200. I don't talk about the 200, but if you wanted to hear, my take on the 100 meters, I did make a video on that. You can check out the channel where it's just one video talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. It says reaction, Sha'Carri Richardson loses in the prelims, and you can listen about that. It has my entire take, all my points, but I wanted to focus in on some of the other athletes in this video. So if you want that, you can go check that out. That's going to do it for us here. If you want more content, make sure that you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. It really helps us know you're enjoying the stuff. If you want more content, go over on Instagram at Track World News. We post almost daily over there. That's going to do it for us here. Have a good one. Peace.